Alright guys, welcome back to Bush Magazine, and today we're here with Mo from Carcandy.
Thank you so much for having us.
And how are you doing today, Mo?
I'm good, I'm excited.
Excited?
We're always excited to talk about cars.
Yeah. And can you just give us like a brief history of like where you're from, just so for people that don't know who you are, just maybe like introduce yourself.
So I'm Mo, owner and founder of Carcandy Inc., but as well as Beamer Festival. To give you a bit of an insight on Beamer Festival, was founded a few years ago by myself and my partner, and it's just an event put together for the BMW owners, enthusiasts. Carcandy Inc., classic car sales. We do insurance, classic car insurance, accessories. So it started off basically specializing on E30 sales, car sales. We were sourcing, selling for clients as well as accessories. And yeah, we're on to 7 years. It's our 7th year. So we've been blessed enough to sell 100, I think including the sale of our one, we've just hit 143 sales on E30. What else is there? We do the charity events. So over and above Beamer Festival, which is annual, we do 4 charity events a year. Not specifically to E30 and not specifically to BMW. So we've done something called the Old School Gathering, which people love at Industry Bakery. That's done annually. That should probably happen after Beamer Fest, and it's just we do the night run, and it's basically those do not generate the income, and we never wanted to. The aim is to give back. So we basically assist 2 organizations, one called Abram Kriel Foundation and the Chahil Foundation. These are 2 organizations we support, and we use our events to not only gather people, but gather people for a purpose. So you come together for those, those days, to bring together goods that we require for them. And it's a day about purpose. It's about enjoying your vehicles, but giving back. So we've got Beamer Festival coming up on the 7th of June. It's a car giveaway, so won't definitely happen at Beamer Fest. Okay. But the aim of it is, so a company has purchased the vehicle, just so people understand. Once we get the go-ahead from the company to market it, it will potentially be at Beamer Fest on display. So you'll be able to view it there and potentially enter into the process at Beamer Fest. And then we run a 3-month campaign after that. And once that's done, the giveaway happens, I think, in about October. That's about it. That's Beamer Festival in Carcandy.
And then speaking about old school and also E30s, do you remember sort of like the first time you saw an E30 and like what it kind of felt like?
There's actually a very specific image that will never leave me. I was in a 1400 bakkie or some sort of car with my dad when I was much younger. He went to his brother's house, and I remember still sitting there, and he's like, I'm just going in, coming out quickly, just wait here. And I could barely just look over that dash, but when I looked over, I remember seeing a henna red and a black 333 parked next to each other. I looked at that and I was like, wow, that looked amazing.
Yeah.
And that picture's never left me. It's always been there, the love, the passion. I've been blessed enough to, before this massive hype started, in total with this car I've owned 10 of my own E30s. So I've been really blessed. And I started up the page. So BMW E30 South Africa on Facebook is owned by me. Okay. And that's currently sitting on about 185,000 followers. And that's where I think allowed me the opportunity to find all these cars, sell it for our clients, find vehicles, sell the accessories. But that is something I started many years ago just by posting a picture.
In South Africa, the E30 is a very big deal. Like, it's a very big deal, especially when it's tied to the South African history and sort of the nostalgia that is around, that is based on the car.
Yes.
And then just for you personally, what do you think makes the E30 special?
So it's a good question, because I've also asked many people this. I find a lot of people can't answer it.
Yeah.
I've struggled, but for me it boils down to 2 things. The E30 as a whole, from your 3162 your 333. For me, it's all about the shape. It's got that unique shape, those perfect lines, and I think moving into the M20s, you know, it's the sound. It's the sound. So between the lines and the sound of the car, that's what's made it a South African favorite. And let's be honest, it's become a worldwide favorite right now.
Yes. But specifically in South Africa, it seems as if we have a lot of classic cars in general.
We do.
But for some reason, this seems, if we're going to have to put it on a tier list, this seems to be the number one.
This is number one.
It could be arguable for people who just have different tastes. And
Yes,
all that.
yes.
But if we're just going to have like a sort of like a consensus as to which car, like the classic, this just seems to be like the number one.
It stands out.
Yeah, it stands.
Like it or not, it stands out. And I think to add to it, I think one more, besides that sound and the lines, something I've experienced from day one, and it just gets better, is I think a lot of people come across it as different, and they look at these E30 owners showing off.
Yeah.
You know, I find on the street you get all these youngsters screaming, going crazy. I mean, I go to this petrol station across me. It's the only one I fill at. And I swear to you, when I go with the E30 to fill up, every time I'm there, they go crazy. I'm like, guys, are you not tired of seeing this? And it's just,
It doesn't get old.
it doesn't get boring, it doesn't get old. For me, it gives a lot of youngsters motivation, hope, dreams, because we were all there. I was there once where I looked at it. There was never a chance of owning it. There was no money.
Yeah.
There was times where there was no food in our house, but Mo was dreaming about E30, you know, but it was purely a dream. And I'm saying, let's use these things wisely to motivate youngsters. Show them that it's possible one day.
When you're just having a drive with the car, so like, what does it feel like? Like, does it make heart pump? Like, what do you get from just driving the car?
I think there's no doubt. Every time you drive a car like that, you enjoy that noise. You know,
Yeah.
You'll never find me in this car listening to my radio. Never.
Yeah.
It's always off, and it's more enjoying the sound of that motor. There's days I really want to hear it a bit more, and there's days I just want to cruise and take it easy. But it's just about continuously hearing that motor, enjoying that sound.
Yeah. And then you mentioned the 333, right? I've never seen a 333 in my life, ever. I've only seen it on videos and pictures.
Sure.
Do those cars even exist?
Yeah, they do. There's a lot more hype on them now because we've picked up, they're getting some massive numbers achieved on them. There's not many left, but you see a much more now. I mean, hopefully there'll be, I would say, at least one at beemerfest.
Yeah.
I've got a few clients who own them, so we're hoping at least one comes through. We'd love to potentially get BMW South Africa out with their black one. So yeah, they are there. Yeah, and we get to achieve it now in 2 months again. So just get the guys ready, get the families ready. That's what it is. It's an annual. As a lot of people don't realize the time, effort, money, work behind the scenes that it takes to pull off something like this. But we do it because we're passionate. You know, we're passionate about bringing the BMW community together for that day. We don't believe we need to compete, so we don't have judges. It's something we don't want to do at ours, and we believe you should just come there for the sake of enjoying it, appreciating your car, chatting to other people. We do give away something called thank you prizes between us and our headline sponsor Turtle Wax, and that's appreciation for certain cars that we liked for the day.
And like, without getting into detail, can you just give us like an idea of what goes behind the scenes when it comes to such a big event as like beemerfest? Maybe like the challenges and sort of like the obstacles that you might have to just get over just for you to get to the day. And
so it's to give you a bit of a brief. It takes work. It takes me and my business partner starting work at least 6 to 7 months before the event. So the first thing is finding the right venue. Once you find the right venue, you're gonna then go through what not a lot of people know is a JOC process. So you gotta get that event approved by specifics in order for you to actually host that event legally with no issues. It's getting, approaching all the vendors to get them in there. Marketing, putting the event together. Like today, we've literally just released tickets now. Just to release tickets takes a lot of background work, setting up the site, putting up all the flyers, all the information, making sure it looks good. We launched our official video, I think about 5 days ago. That as well, last year took a full day gathering so many people, so many cars to shoot a 30-second video.
Yes.
And this year we did it a bit differently. We chose to go the AI route, so we had someone that professionally put together a video for us on that route, which takes a lot of time, effort as well, planning how you want the video to look, and then it comes with people on the day managing it. Because we're just two of us, we gotta almost oversee everything, but there's got to be a lot of teams on place that day to manage specifics, the gate, the security. There's so much involved just to make sure you almost give people a close to perfect event. And it's about giving off. I've said it to many people when they talk about beemerfest. I say it's just not a car show. It's about giving people an experience for the day.
Yes.
You give people a good experience, they'll come back all the time. Also, something I forgot to mention, and also I don't think a lot of people know, but Beamer Festival, one of our charity organizations, does attend with us every year. So you'll see the Chahil Foundation will be present. We bring out the youngsters, so we give, I would say, 10 to 15 of the youngsters from their homes to come out, spend the day with us. We give them tickets to be a part of it. But the event kicks back a percentage out of sales to the organization, and that's something we quite firm on every year. So people need to understand that it's just not an event focused on that. Not only would it kick back financially to them this year, again we hand over a check to them, but we're bringing out a few of the youngsters. Something I liked and been seen on social media, I don't know if you've seen it, a lot of these stance bikes.
Yeah.
So all the youngsters are getting involved in these stance bikes, and the Chahil Foundation called me once and said, hey Mo, a few of our youngsters started this, have that. I went over to Aldo's, checked it out, and these cool bikes, but they can't afford it. These are young boys who are in school. They're staying away from all the wrong, no drugs, no stuff like that, but they're trying to get involved, and stand out and do something they love, and I love that. So we came on board and we put out some posts. We managed to get 4 bikes donated by just people who've seen it, and we're aiming to help them get those pumped out, and they will be on display at beemerfest. So it's also a place to bring the youngsters, give them the opportunity to show their talents, and give them that space, to have fun as well.
And with both cars behind us, the E30 and the E36,
Yeah.
which one would you say is your favorite? It might be a hard decision for you, and maybe if you don't want to just pick your one favorite, so maybe which one maybe suits a better mood. Maybe I'm assuming this one is for just chill drive, or you just want to be luxurious and just be calm, and then this one would be you just want to listen to the sound and the actual vibe of the car.
Yeah, so I think right now, if I had to answer that question, it would be the M3. Since I've got it over a year now, and I have fallen in love more with this car.
Yeah.
I always appreciate that, but I've got a rule: I drive one car every week. So every Friday, I'll take one out and drive it, and it's one a week. Obviously, the sold now, and it actually, funny enough, leaves tomorrow. So that's done. But I think with age, I've gotten to a point where I appreciate this more for its. This is, when I explain the cars to the guys, in my opinion, this is a go-kart,
Yes.
and that's a a more refined go-kart. So I enjoy that drive more. Like yesterday I took this car out and I just wanted to take a drive from here to Artis, you know, but I wouldn't do it with this one. But I would do that with that, enjoy that long drive. Aircon still works, so you can still enjoy just the drive of the car. They're both fun. They're both really fun. That's more enjoyable. Like the guys had Alifa is a good friend of mine who just hosted SA E30 Fest, and they had a gathering, and before the run they had something in Soweto and I joined them. And you know, that day was perfect because it was me and I think another 30 of us, all with our E30s driving through Soweto, and it was a vibe. It was a vibe.
And like when you're driving like both of them, the cars individually, I'm assuming you get a lot of attention. Like you feel like a king when you're driving.
I don't, so I've never been a person that liked the attention. It's never been me till now. I don't really like it. I do pick up a lot of youngsters, love it. And you gotta give them, you know, I've picked up a few people, sometimes I've seen this with my own eyes, where people are in this car and youngster comes, he's so excited and they just close the window, you know. And I don't think it's the way. I think you gotta feed his excitement, you know. Sometimes a rev here and there for him, get him excited, why not? I'm not saying put him in your vehicle, but you know, don't just push him away. This is a weird one because people look, then they look back. So very common on this one, I'll see someone will look, they'll look away, they'll look back and like, where's the steering wheel? Or like, what's going on with this car? You know, so people are confused. Like sometimes guys will joke and tell me, you woke up on the wrong side this morning, why is your steering on the wrong side? And I just laugh. Whereas that one, wherever you go, just because of the sound, people are screaming.
And speaking about the steering, I just had a look. It's actually on the left side instead of it being on the right side. So it makes sense as to why people will actually look at the car and be like, wait, the steering on the wrong side. Yeah,
they're not used to it. There's not many left-hand drive vehicles in South Africa. I think it's a small community that really loves it. I'm one of them who really goes crazy for a left-hand drive. So this is like a dream car for me to own, you know, in it being an M3, never owning an M3 in my life,
and specifically
plus it being a left-hand drive. So that's why when it did come up, I grabbed the opportunity and I said, how can you say no, you know? It's a US import, so the little information I know is the gentleman stayed in the US. He purchased the car in 95 brand new. He worked there for many years and he brought the car back to South Africa when he came back. And it's been with him, and he was a bit elderly, and the son made contact with me and said, look, it's time we gotta move on. And that's where I had the opportunity to purchase the vehicle.
And just coming back to beemerfest, so basically just to sum it up about beemerfest, it's basically about family, charity, and cause. And just the overall vibe of just the experience of people coming to just being people.
It's about bringing people together, you know, and it's just not, it's funny enough, not just, last year we had a lot of people messaging, am I allowed to be there if I don't own a BMW? Most definitely you are allowed, you know. Purchase your ticket. We had a big amount of people that came last year with their non-BMWs. Yes, you are not allowed into the main section with your non-BMW, but we've got enough space for you. Come, bring your family, enjoy it. So to answer your question, yes, it's about creating that vibe. It's about good music. It's about having your family there, having fun with us, checking out all the cars, checking out the bulls, checking out these youngsters with their stance bikes, and we've got a
friend.
We've got a visitor here today.
And just like since you're saying everyone is welcome, like at the parking lot from last year, I even saw like even some Japanese cars in the parking lot. So it just shows that everyone is basically welcome. You don't have to have an M3 or like a 3 Series or just whatever BMW.
Everyone's welcome.
Feel welcome.
Yeah, we also, coming back talking about youngsters and that, I motivate people. So a lot of people have visions to own specific cars, and this is a place to come to. Come experience it. You might see specific vehicles that you'd love to own, but come dream it. Don't be shy to dream. Look at these vehicles, you know, put it out there into the universe to say, I'm here. Take a picture of it, stand next to it, and put it out there and say, I'm gonna own this one day. That's what it should be about.
And just the last conversation that I had, the interview with Chip,
Yes.
and he was telling me how faith was such an important part in his journey.
Yes,
with
yes, yes.
businesses and just everything. And just for you, would you say that also that's sort of like the same, with just how faith is very like important with like how you see your progression and how you might perceive some of the obstacles that you might have in journey?
I think it plays the most important part. You know, if I look at my journey, I'm literally living my dream.
Yeah.
Every day, you know, when I worked in corporate, and I didn't love what I did.
Yes.
I got up every morning and I did it. Yes, I was grateful, but I wasn't excited every day about it. There's a difference now. When I get up in the morning, I'm never like, do I really want to do this? I get up every morning, I'm excited, I'm motivated every day. Yes, some days are a bit more tough, but we push. And when we talk about faith, I realized my journey was, I had to go through that. I had to lose my job. Funny enough, I had to go through two really tough points where not a lot of people knew, but when I lost my job, I also got divorced at the same time. Funny enough, in that same time, I owned a 320 chrome bumper. Left-hand drive import. Was very special car and I loved it, but yeah, we got a friend here, guys. Let's take this friend off and go play there. Sorry guys. Maybe we should bring him to beemerfest. Yeah, you know, if I go back to what was I talking about? I was talking about, yes, the 320. So in that month I lost my job. We were talking about getting divorced. That car was broken into by my place, you know. They put the car on bricks, my rims, my lights, a whole lot of stuff stolen. And
On bricks?
Yeah. I'll never forget that time. And it was the toughest part of my life, sitting and thinking, what is going on, you know? My daughter was 2 years old. All I could sit and think as a dad, how do you survive going forward?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And at that time, there was a loss on the car. I sold the vehicle then because I had no option. I had to now survive. I was looking for a job and nothing came through. And I then said, I got to try something. And you know, the platform was already there. The E30 South Africa page was already there. And one thing led to another. I started selling vehicles. I started pushing it out where accessories are available. And remember, with no money, eh?
Yes.
I didn't start this business with 1 cent. I had to actually beg people for accessories. I went to shops. People said, no, I can't help you. There were a few people who gave me the opportunity. I remember guys telling me, hey, if you don't sell this, we either need it back in the next few days or we need money, you know, and I made a plan. And that's where faith comes in, and you believe that anything can happen, but it's going to happen only because of the Almighty.
Yes.
You know, I struggled a lot in this because it was a lot of E30s getting sold. People didn't really like the fact that these cars were getting sold. The prices also skyrocketed, and I dealt with a lot of hate where people said, but he's at fault. He's making these prices, and they never really understood that till today, the owners choose their price.
Yes.
The owner chooses it. Why would the owner want me to decide? You know, he chooses what he wants out of it. And there's a hype on the cars, you know, and it is what it is. But if we go back to the faith part of it, I believe it was meant to happen for me at that time, not years ago. Because sometimes I sit back and I say, but why did you spend so much time working? You could have started this years ago, but it was meant to only happen at that time. And part of my working history with the type of people I worked, But I worked with a gentleman who was very passionate about cars. He was lucky enough to always own supercars. But he, when I lost my job, he said to me, his exact words were, "Mo, go and do what you love. I know what you love. I know you love cars. I know you're passionate. So go and do something that you will love for the rest of your life and you'll enjoy." And that's what I took out of it. But all the lessons, the assistance, learning about actual business from him allowed me to come in and repeat all of that in my business. So if I didn't go through that, how would I start this?
True.
A lot of people watch the likes of Chip, me, and a lot of other people on social media, and they think you're living a dream.
Yes.
They think life's easy. You drive these E30s, you have a lot of money. They don't know we started with nothing. What it took to actually achieve and buy these things, what it takes currently to run these businesses. We can go with sometimes you go through a month where you make no money. You literally still deciding, how am I going to pay my bills, and it's tough. But you got to push through tough times. You got to believe that the Almighty has your back 24/7. And I believe that you also got to be a good person. Besides your faith and prayer, you got to be good and kind to people. Treat everyone the same. Be honest in business as well. There's a lot of, it's sad to say, but there's a lot of crap going on in the industry. There's a lot of, I won't go into detail, but I think it's just simple. Be honest with people in the services and what you offer them. And that's it.
That's very profound actually, especially coming from someone like you. And because when you're in the outside or from the outside and you're looking in, it just seems as if everything is just smooth sailing.
Trust me, it's nowhere close to smooth.
But then when you actually get a chance to speak to you, then you actually get perspective as to you actually have to push through a lot.
Yeah.
Just so for you can be able to say, I'm actually doing what I want to do.
100%.
But then that actually takes something, it takes a lot for you to be able to say, I'm doing what I want.
Yeah, it takes a lot every day. And if we go back to this car, which now leaves tomorrow, it leaves after owning the vehicle for 7 years. It's me wanting to only own a silver 4-door. That's what I wanted. It was at that time not having the budget to own what everyone wanted, a 325i. Yes. I could only own a 318. But my vision was to take this car and transform it into what I always wanted.
And and from my side with this quest that I'm on, my sort of dream and ultimate goal is to create and make a Kusheshe documentary.
Okay.
Yes, hence we were having the conversation offline.
Yes.
The questions that I'm after is basically what makes this car so special individually, and also what makes this car so special in South Africa. Because the goal for the documentary is to answer those two questions. Yes, it might be difficult, but that's the goal, because it is very clear to see that these cars, BMW and specifically the E30 and sort of the 325i, 325is, they clearly have a stance in South African history, South African heritage. And I would be trying to answer that question. And yes, for someone might actually say, well, how would you make money with it? Which is a very good question. But I feel like sometimes what we are missing out on is the cultural impact that this car's had and sort of the history that this car's had. Because from me just asking you, for example, what this car means to you, you tell me about the story of your family. Or maybe, for example, just an example, your uncle had this car. Someone close to you had this car. So that's why the E30 is so important, especially for me and just for South Africa. So I'm just trying to understand.
I think it's good for people to share information, share knowledge, I think it would be if I look at beemerfest, we are hoping there's a lot of E30s there. And as the event organizer, I'd love for you guys to be out there asking people these questions. Why not?
No, once again, just thank you for this opportunity.
No, it's a pleasure. I wish you guys all the best. Thank you for coming out. And yeah, hoping to see you guys at beemerfest.
We're definitely gonna be.
And all the best, you know, to you guys on your new venture. Hoping to see you at all our other events. And thanks for having us on. We really appreciate it.
It's also just a pleasure for us. So once again, thank you, Mo.
It's a pleasure.
Really appreciate it.
Cool stuff.
Oh wait, shaking hands, just step on the finger this way to get started.